Hello and welcome back to Paris. On this edition of Talk to Al Jazeera, we're speaking to the freed hostage Ingrid Betancourt about her ordeal at the hands of the Farc and the possibility of her return to politics in Colombia. You're recuperating in Paris right now. Obviously, I expect you intend to return to Colombia, but are you in any way frightened for your safety by going back to Colombia?
I was frightened 7 years in a row. That's not the feeling I feel now. To be scared, no. I only feel that I have to be prudent because people really struggled all over the world to get me free. My family, my children, my mother, my sister, the father of my children, my husband, all the others, people that didn't know me, the guys that the Colombian military that did the operation of rescue. I just think I don't have the right to be imprudent. I need that the effort that everybody went through to get me out, it's so valuable that I have to just be very responsible and not to put my life at risk.
Everyone, of course, is wondering whether or not you might be prepared to go again and run for the presidency of Colombia. Have you given that thought?
Everybody talks, and that's the question that everybody asks. And in a sense, it makes me sad, you see, because I would like to make people understand that seeking presidency shouldn't be something like a trophy that you seek for personal ambition. So I don't want to be president. I mean, it's not my ultimate goal in life, you understand? But I don't want people to think, oh, she's giving up. No, I'm not giving up. It's the thing is that I think there are other spaces where you can, and other ways that you can help others and be available for others and work for others. Now, for me, the important thing is, first, we cannot forget that there are other Colombians in the jungle and that we have to do everything we can to bring them back to freedom. That's the first thing. Then we cannot forget that there are no frontiers, and we cannot admit people perhaps saying that if you don't have the same passport of a person, then you cannot help that person because you're not from the same religion or because you're not from the same culture. No, I think that if being alive have a sense, and this new world of internet, of communication, if it has a sense, is that we have the right to fight for others wherever they are, even if we don't know them, even if we have never been to their countries, but just because we're humans. That's what I think it's important. So, and that's not politics.
Although sometimes politics has to be involved in that to achieve that aim.
Yeah, but you see, what I feel is that the word politics is, it's like a little bit dirty in the way that somebody, when you talk about politics, you think about a guy doing wrong things, and you don't like too much to be in that. And I feel that we have to find another world, another word that I haven't found, because I know it's something, it's the space of politics, but it's not the way you do normal politics. Perhaps we could say, I don't know. We'll have to find the way of expressing ourselves in another way, with something that is unpolluted, because I think the word is polluted.
I wanted to ask you whether your opinion and your preconceptions or your perceptions about the Farc had changed in the last 6.5 years. You must have got to know them in some ways quite well.
Oh yes, it had changed a lot. I was perhaps you'll have to help me find the word. In French, it's ingénu. How would you say
naive?
That? Naive, exactly. Perhaps I think I was naive, like many of us, thinking that there was this romantic guerrilla that was seeking for social justice. They had 7 years to convince me that I wasn't wrong, that perhaps that was the ultimate goal they were after in their activities. But what I saw was a guerrilla that was involved in drug dealing, that was involved in the business of the sequestrados of hostages that were exchanged for money. That doesn't mean that they could. I mean, it's like, I'm going to try to say this. In a way, when they were born as a guerrilla, they had this intention to fight for the poor people, let's say. Let's put it on those words. But then they became very rich. They became very powerful, and they forgot their roots. They forgot their true struggle, and they became the horrible Farc I had to support for those 6 years and a half. So I wish that all that has happened will make them rectify what they have become, and make them remember that Colombia is a country that needs generosity, and that I think that there are now the Farc. Perhaps in some years ago, the Farc could have been like the victim of the system. Now I think that they are the ones who are
They're almost part of the system, aren't they?
I think they are part of the system in the sense that they are a piece that allows the system not to change. They are part of this hurdle that makes the change difficult. I think that they are like they are part of the problem. They are not part of the solution.
I know we're running short of time, but I wanted to ask you, people are saying that the Farc is greatly weakened now. It's lost a couple of its leaders. It's lost you, which has been a huge blow. Do you believe they are severely weakened now, and that maybe military solution is a possibility, or would you not recommend that?
Colombians are trying to find the path for peace. We cannot continue favoring violent solutions to the Colombian crisis. I think that there is a major turning point. This rescue operation wasn't a violent one. It wasn't. Now, I would prefer. I think that human beings are human beings of words. We need to talk. I think that the answer for peace is to be able to talk, even to the enemy. For me, you see, it's very difficult because when I say the enemy, I cannot forget that they are Colombians, and in a way, it's like we are part of the same family, and we are doing stupid things, like killing each other, like making our families suffer. This has to end, and I know that the only way to end it really is to be able to talk and to find in that space, physical space that is Colombia, there must be a space for all of us in peace. And that space is a mental space, the space of accepting that the other exists near us, even if he doesn't think the same way as we do. So we need words. The words are going to be like the balm that will soothe the scars,
Ingrid Betancourt, thank you so much for talking to Al Jazeera.